Live from beautiful Ohio, it's the OK Boomer podcast, featuring siblings, the real Jean and Laura.
Hello. I'm Jean.
And I'm Laura, and we are here to encourage all you boomers, millennials, and everyone to be happily okay. I am really happily okay because we have another gorgeous day here in Northeast Ohio, so I'm rejoicing in that. How are you, Jean?
Rejoicing along with you. A sunny day just makes you feel so blessed.
Doesn't it? Yes.
And I do. And quick thought to share with you. I know we have a whole list of goodies to talk about.
So many.
I know. Dogs. I was thinking about...
Sorry. Yeah. Had to. Dogs.
Continue. That was cute. Do it again.
Ruff.
Yep. Dogs. I was recalling that about a year ago, we did a segment on dogs that had people write in about their dogs and what they liked about their dogs. And now it's a year later, of course. And during this past pandemic year, I think pretty much all the dogs were adopted.
True. That's a good point. Many people adopted dogs, and I'm wondering if any of our listeners did.
And if they did, I'd love to hear if you added a new dog family member. If you added a new cat or rabbit or gerbil, that's great too.
Sure.
Did you add a pet to brighten your life during this past year? Let us know.
Please do. We might even post it.
There's a good, very, very good chance that we would. Yes. So my week... I forgot to ask you something the last time we chatted.
Yes.
Which was, how do you feel about daylight savings time? Because we are now into that. We've been into it for a while.
What a poignant question you have asked me.
Yes. It really cuts to the heart of the meaning of life.
This is American life right here. Daylight savings time, which is where we lost an hour, right? We zoomed ahead.
We sprung ahead.
Yes.
Spring.
Well, personally, I know there's some controversy about this. Mm-hmm. I like it. I love the fact, I can't tell you how many times my OH and I will look up and go, look, honey, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light out.
That is true.
This is a thrill for us almost every evening. Or we're driving, we'll be like, we don't have to drive in the dark. It's still light out. So I love it. And you?
I would agree with that. Sometimes it gets light so early in the morning, and I'm pretty sensitive to light. Like, I wear a mask at night to sleep.
Do you really?
I do. It's light. It wakes me up.
Really?
So
you're one of those sleepers that wears those black masks?
Mm-hmm. I do, and it's helped.
Wow.
Because when I used to go to hotel rooms, for example, I would have to have cards and note cards and scarves and cover up. There's so many lights in hotel rooms.
Yes.
I have to do that.
The curtains.
Yes.
Really?
Now I don't anymore. I just wear my mask.
Does your OH mind?
No. He's snoring away. So.
You're exotically sleeping with the mask on. Wow.
But one thing that changed for me this year is I have a new microwave and new oven. And it's the kind of situation where the microwave's above the oven.
Yes.
So I was able to change the time, because you have to change the time.
Yeah, they haven't quite perfected that.
No, like your phone can do it, but not your microwave. But that wasn't too hard. Okay. I got that changed. You
punched in the new time.
I did. And the oven, didn't have a clue how to do that one. But then I thought, this will actually work out, because now I have both times.
that is one way to always, you never really have to set.
No, because in the spring, from spring to November, I'll have the microwave time. I'm on microwave time, and then
you'll have oven time. So instead of daylight savings time, you're in microwave time.
I'm in microwave time
Very
right now.
Interesting. What if you forgot? Do you need maybe a little magnet on it saying you are now on microwave daylight savings time?
Yeah, but that's what's good for our brains, right?
You
have to remember that stuff. So now I had a nice week, great week. Hoping to put my chair cushions out. I have new chair cushions.
Oh, that's so exciting! I was just looking at my chair cushions on my front porch and thought, I need new cushions. They're that dark russet, and I thought, debating on the taupe or the gray. And you?
I really like mine. They're called Cabana stripes, and it's aqua and white.
Oh,
I like it. But I will...
Cabana. Coco Cabana.
Yep.
Very
Lola, yes.
What is it?
Her name was Lola.
It was Lola.
She was a dancer.
Okay, continuing on.
So,
Barry.
yes, but one warning, you may have a little sticker shock when you look for the price of...
Cushions?
Mm-hmm.
So fun. We haven't talked about, have we? A sticker shock of cushions.
No.
Because this is just such a current topic for me.
Oh.
Because my California daughter, who was still working on her Sprinter van,
Oh, yes.
decided to go with, cushions, outdoor type cushions for inside her van.
Sure.
But she realized they are expensive. Because she said to me, these cushions are so expensive. And I thought, right. But they are.
They are. And I was always used to going into Walmart. They had stacks and stacks and stacks in the garden center.
Yeah.
The big choice was color, and you
just picked up your cushions.
and then they were $20 a piece? 20.
Yeah, what are they now?
Oh, a lot, at least double, if not more. So warning.
Frightening.
But this will lead into something we're getting into later, which is our whole supply line.
Yes, it will.
So, I'm gonna, 2 more things to share with you. I was reading a book from my author friend Jane. She used the word red up.
Oh.
Red up. Does that ring a bell?
Red up, like R-E-D-D, maybe up? R-E-D. Yes, red up. How many times did our dear mother say, oh, so-and-so's coming over, we've got to red up the house?
Yes.
Yes, and that meant clean up the house. But I don't know if...
Like a quick tidy.
tidy. Not even much cleaning, but just a tidying. And your house looks so much better when you do a quick red up. Oh, I haven't thought about that term in a long time.
Right. So I don't know if that's a...
Do our millennials know that term?
We'll ask them.
We will.
All right.
Oh, we will.
Question for you millennials. Do you say red up? And then the last time we chatted...
The dog just sneezed.
Bless you. The last time we chatted, you mentioned... We were discussing yogurt. The fabulous topic of yogurt.
Oh, it's a good
I
topic.
love yogurt for breakfast. I think we've already talked about that. But recently, I switched my yogurt flavors. And I went from the classic standby that I think everyone loves, which is the Dannon Light and Fit Greek.
Yes.
Vanilla.
Yes, 80 calories. It's the best. I get it all the time. It's purple and off-white container.
They changed the container somewhat. That confused me for a few times.
I feel like mine are still purple and white.
They've got like a blondish color on it. But anyway, see how much we know our yogurt people. We know I switched to Greek Gods honey vanilla Greek yogurt. I like it because it has a little more tang to it. So it really tastes to me like cheesecake.
Oh,
that's why I like it.
About cheesecake. Seriously.
So just a recommendation.
Greek Gods, honey and something.
Honey vanilla Greek.
I might have to try it.
Well, let me know.
Still that
let
nice
me know what you think.
Greek yogurt taste.
How was your week? Are you talking about food? At some point
of
you are.
Of course I'm talking about food.
But we'll get to that later. What's next on your list?
Golly, so many things. I mean, it's been a little while now since Easter, but of course a wonderful Easter with the 1-year-old. He just turned 1, so finding eggs for his first Easter egg hunt. It was just darling.
And we did have beautiful weather for Easter, which is not always the...
Gorgeous weather. So we had 2 Easter egg hunts. Not egg hunts, but egg hunts. Mm-hmm. And the first one we were at, which was earlier in the morning, he didn't quite get the concept. Pretty close. There were 12 eggs in the yard that were hidden by Richfield Township, which, by the way, kudos to Richfield. Very nice service they offered. And... he was probably more interested in the bushes and the leaves and creepy crawly things around, but he did pretty well. Well, then he had a second Easter egg hunt that evening.
Oh.
And I guess he just did wonderfully, like it clicked in. That he saw a colorful egg and he went for it, so.
Oh, good for him. Oh.
Yeah, good for him. All right. This morning, and I thought a fitting day for this, the OH and I did our usual thing we do in the morning. Every morning.
I'm hitting the pause button.
Yes, of course, we engage in wordscape. Wordscape on our phone.
Good.
The daily,
as we all do.
As we all do, the daily challenge. It just motivates us, perks our little brains right up. I was stuck on the last word.
What level are you at now? I stopped playing that particular game.
3,800, 30,900. Yes. We just love it. So I'm stuck, and I hate being stuck, and I really like to beat the OH. Yeah. But there I was. And he looked at me and he said, well, you should know this.
That makes you, then you can't think at all.
The pressure was on.
Right, your poor brain.
I'm scrambling the letters. You can swirl them around to be a different order. And
right.
I'm very tense now because darn it. And then he said, it's something you should think about for today. And it just wasn't clicking until all of a sudden the Greek gods came to me and said, boomer.
Oh my gosh.
The word was boomer. So, yeah.
That's a good omen.
Yeah, that's why we do.
Oh, that is fun. Yeah, that is why we play games and have husbands.
And that's why we play games and have husbands. A couple other things. First off, we had a snowstorm here.
We did.
Not too long ago, and we got 6 inches.
You had much more than we did. We had enough to cover the ground, but you had
a lot. In fact, we drove into it as we were heading up our one street to get to our development. We could see it coming. So apparently it just likes our neighborhood. But here is the big question I must ask you. And we're into April now.
Mm-hmm.
We helped take care of a dear sweet lady. Mm-hmm. And we pulled these out about a month ago. But now she's concerned since we did have a snowstorm. We pulled out her snow stakes as well as our poles. When is the appropriate time to pull your poles?
Well, I'm delighted to talk about this. I'm actually right there with you. And for people who don't live on our climate, what they are is they're like wobbly sticks about 4 feet high, and you put them on the edge of your driveway or possibly the edge of your lawn by your street so that cars don't run off or snowplowers.
We hit a pole every year, but
by the end of the year they're all zigzaggy and
wobbly.
Are,
but it's a thing.
I don't know. It'd be nice to have a picture of them. Well, we were moving out of our house.
Yes.
And we realized we left behind the snow stakes, and they, as far as we know, are still in the driveway because I don't think the new people have moved in yet.
Oh, so do you go back and snark them? Take them. They're rightfully your stakes.
They are, but we'll leave it for them. But I said to my OH, I said, this way they'll actually know what they're used for because they're from maybe not such a snowy area. And I thought maybe they wouldn't have really known if they just seen these stakes in the garage. They might have just thought like,
they were interesting batons.
Yeah, right.
You guys twirled.
Right. Or tomato stakes.
Tomato stakes, yes.
So I would say in our climate, it's hard to know when. By the 4th of July, I would think you're safe.
Yeah, I'm wondering mid-May. I don't know. So we pulled ours and we pulled the little lady that we take care of, and now I'm feeling like, do I restake the stakes?
Oh, it would melt so fast now. So
yeah,
I think
that's what they say. But there you go.
We'll see. If it's going to snow, you have certainly helped the cause, right? Taking the stakes down too soon.
Yes, exactly.
No.
All right. I'm glad you saw eye to eye with me on that. All right. Well, I had a few other things, but I tell you what, I'm really kind of giddily excited to tell you about some hot news items.
We do seem to have some news items, so we are now going to have, and we probably need sound effects, Pat, that breaking news sound effect, breaking news.
Whatever that is.
We're putting on our jackets and ties, and we're switching into headline news.
Headline news. I must say, Jean made this coffee cake that's out of this world. So headline news requires about a coffee cake.
I have quite a few things on my, while you're enjoying that, which will actually lead into your topic.
Yes, it will.
I will just say, following up on your NFT, non-fungible tokens, I did do some research and learn more about them.
Do tell.
And one thing I've learned is they can disappear. So when you're buying this online image,
yes, I think we had talked about somebody's first Twitter and
somebody's
meme or whatever.
Big basketball shot, home run that wins the whole game. You can buy instead of like sports cards. Sports seems to be a thing too, but anyhow, now you have to be careful because since they're electronic, they can go away. So you could have spent thousands of dollars on something, but we're not going to be spending
No, what? I forget what that one was. 600,000, 6 million, something
So you wouldn't want-
ridiculous. I wouldn't want to lose my NFT.
No.
And they are, again, non-fungible?
Right.
I always think of like fungi, mold.
Fungible. I think fungible means like a lot of the same things. So these are non-fungible. These are discrete.
Well said.
I think.
Wow.
Woohoo!
You're like our literary.
I need to relax from that.
financial
You
person.
take over now. You talk about your
Well,
list.
I'm
I
gonna
need
talk
to
about something that
cool down.
that I know a little bit more about. But that was very enlightening. I'm so glad we're now becoming more of a news podcast.
Yes. We may be
All right.
switching.
D. Did you know as of, well, just a little while ago, first off, kudos to Krispy Kreme, although there was some controversy there, that if you presented your vaccine card, you got a free Krispy Kreme donut.
Now, can I do it because I've only had one shot? Is that
Yes.
enough to present, or do I have to wait till I have the 2 shots? All right, what say you, Krispy Kreme?
I don't know. I'm thinking fully vaccinated means both shots.
But once I do, I can go every day
Every day.
to Krispy Kreme.
Yes.
And get a glazed donut, I think it is.
I don't know for how long. Do you think a decade? I don't know.
Oh, we deserve it, yes.
We do deserve
Yes.
it. For living through COVID, I think we deserve it. So, there you go.
And keep
that thought of you could go absolutely every day to get this card. Now, the controversy is
yes, what's the controversy?
they are saying that Krispy Kreme shouldn't do that because it encourages people to eat sugary items every day.
It does. Yay! We don't care.
No.
It does. It does
So-
encourage. It has, yes.
Apparently, in the midst of this controversy of encouraging sugary donuts every day, Krispy Kreme recently launched, did you know this?
A lettuce donut. No.
Oh.
Kale donut.
Oh, no. They launched 2 new Oreo donuts. The first time ever. There's never been an Oreo donut like
And
this.
now there are 2.
And now there are 2. The first one, they're calling it the Oreo cookie glaze. It's covered in Oreo cookie glaze. It is filled. It has like that cream filling. It's a round donut filled with cookies and cream, drizzled with an icing with Oreo pieces. The Oreo cookie glazed donut.
A masterpiece.
A true masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
Only to be topped by the Oreo cookie over the top donut. Same donut I described before, but now it's topped with some of the cream filling that's inside. And then they slap an Oreo wafer on top of that.
Well, it's worth. Those don't come with the vaccine shots. But while you're
No,
there, you
but
can
while
get
you're there,
pick up an extra one.
while in Rome.
Right, surprise your hubby. Great news. That's very important news. Thank you.
It is. And did I just said that while in Rome. I remember saying that to one of my millennials, and they just looked at me like I was crazy. They had never heard the expression while in Rome.
Oh, while in Rome, yeah. So while at Krispy Kreme.
While at Krispy Kreme. All right. Second big news flash.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm sitting.
This I kind of feel could be creepy.
And spooky, mysterious, and ooky. Yes. All right.
Okay. What are we singing there? But we're
Addams Family.
yeah. Okay, but I kind of turned it
Da-da-da-dum.
into the Patty Duke song as well.
Neat, sweet, petite.
Go on with the news.
Okay.
Go on with the
Did
news.
you know that they are going to make, and this is kind of bouncing off the Easter, a Peeps movie?
Oh my. Is it going to be on Netflix? No.
I don't know, but the whole movie is going to be characters that look like Peeps.
Great. All right. Start popping the popcorn.
There you go. A Peeps movie. Now some of my kids love Peeps. I'm not fond of Peeps.
They're creative. I mean, they're kind of iconic.
They are, but so anyway, something to look forward to.
Oh, that is something to look forward
As
to.
we gracefully move out of COVID, we have Peeps to think about in movie form.
Yes, and we also have other things to think about, Laura. I have other important news.
Do I need more coffee?
You do. You eat that a little
A
bit.
swish of coffee?
Coffee, yes. Speaking of coffee, we may be experiencing shortages.
No.
Shortages of coffee. Mainly,
Seriously?
yes, mainly due to, and this is all fascinating,
Yes.
supply chain issues.
Nice.
It's not so much that there are no coffee beans, there are. It's the supply chain of getting it to us.
Is it because of the big fiasco with the
Suez Canal?
Yeah.
I suppose that didn't help, but that's just one.
honestly a coffee?
That could happen. In fact,
Should I be hoarding right now?
well, at least I'm sure you'll see that the price is going up. And then I have to tell you about ketchup and the quote. Here's the pull quote for my ketchup story.
No,
Here-
ketchup. I love ketchup.
Here's the pull quote. And I quote,
Yes.
the ketchup calamities are very extensive. That's what I read.
Whoa. The headline was the ketchup calamities. Both spelled with C's, you think?
They did
or
K's.
catsup?
Oh no, that
Or
would have
both
been,
K's.
that would
Ketchup
have been cute.
calamities.
So what's
Okay.
happening there is not so much a supply chain, a little bit of a supply chain, but what has happened the whole past year, how did we eat? We did DoorDash, we did takeout. What do they throw in your bag when you order?
Ketchup packet.
Right, and you used to get so many.
Yes.
I used to have, in fact, before I moved, I actually downsized and threw away probably a very large container of ketchup packets.
Wow.
And probably everybody, it's like pennies and loose change. Everybody
Wow.
probably has ketchup packets
A bucket of ketchup packets.
everywhere in the house. And now they have to be very careful with them because Heinz ketchup makes most of them. And they're not able to keep up the manufacturing. So that really is a problem. There again, you can make the ketchup. It's getting it into the packets.
Wow. So should we be recycling our ketchup packets? There's no way to get money back because we've touched them, but we haven't opened them.
Oh, I
That
know,
could
but
be
you
there.
should at least save for yourself.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes.
you should at least save
Yes.
them for yourself. And apparently, and another thing too was all restaurants aren't allowed to have,
Salt and pepper shakers?
where in the ketchup,
Oh, the
they said
ketchup
of
bottle.
right,
Yes,
that you would
that's-
just turn over and squeeze it and all of that. So
I'm kind of happy about that.
that when you
Sometimes
think about
looked
it.
at that ketchup bottle and it got a little crusty and you...
Right. So ketchup calamities are very
Wow,
extensive.
ketchup
We may
calamity.
be reporting more about this in the future, but that's where it
Clearly.
stands now.
Ooh.
Now switching to this one headline used the word elderly, but I don't know that we need to say elderly, do we? Can't we just say,
we're not elderly.
as Rush Limbaugh used to say, seasoned citizens?
Seasoned. I like
Seasoned
that.
citizens.
Seasoned citizens.
First of all, I think we would agree with this totally. A brisk walk is good for aging brains.
Oh, you betcha. We
Yes.
try to do our little brisk walk almost every day.
So walk to the Krispy Kreme.
That would be a long walk.
That would be a really long walk for us. But then also referring to seasoned
mind if I eat
citizens.
some more?
No. In fact,
Yeah.
if you don't, I'll just finish the podcast if you're too busy. Vaccinated elderly parents cut loose. Go wild.
I think that's somewhat true.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but I have heard some millennials are concerned about their vaccinated parents. Yes.
Getting a little too wild.
Getting
And
a little too wild, going out too much. Isn't this fun?
it was fine when you were just at home in the privacy of your bedroom playing wordscapes.
Yes.
But now you're going too far. You're going out for martinis.
Yes. Happy hour.
Right. Is big again.
Wow,
Going
with
to the beach,
with the elderly.
sitting outside. Yeah. Or right. Elderly. And another new trend for us wild folks.
Yeah.
Hula hoops.
Hula hoops.
Hula hoops are back for us, and they've taken on many different forms. There's weighted hula hoops, small hula hoops. You can do flow movements where you're dancing with hula hoops.
Where have you, is this on Instagram? Is this on Reels? I know what Reels are.
What is Reels? I don't.
Reels is like TikTok for Instagram.
Whoa.
It's so much fun. You can waste way too much time.
Oh, good.
Check
Okay.
out Reels. Anyway, how do we know this? Have we seen this?
I haven't. I was wondering if you had.
No,
This
not
just
at
came
all.
along across the ticker and I noted it.
However, I saw on Reels, I always feel so trendy when I mention these
Please,
things.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not
We're with it.
elderly at all.
No.
There was a Gen Z or a young gal, and she had a steel coil roll of wound up steel wire.
Oh my goodness.
That, if you're familiar with the steel industry, which I'm sure we all are, she stuck herself in this, and she was hula hooping in this big, it looked like a giant slinky. And she was really good at it.
Wow, I wish you could find. Can you
I-
find
it's
some kind
on
of? That
the-
would be.
It's
I'd
on
love
the
to
Reels.
see
I'll
that.
make a note for
I'd
a
love to see
follow-up.
that. So if
So
you're gonna cut
hula
loose,
hooping, that would be fun. Do you still have one?
no.
I wonder if I do in the storage unit. Oh, now
Oh,
I have
good.
got to do this. And we can make our own reel. Reels?
Reels, yes.
Yeah. Okay. We'll cut loose.
Did you have any other headline news, Mrs. Fancy Free? Footloose? Cut loose?
I think that's about it. Did
Well, you were going to talk about, and this isn't, headline news is over. All right,
Oh,
we can
oh,
relax.
oh,
Headline news is over.
Woo! All right.
You were saying what to wear to the office now. Now, I know my son is supposed to go back to the office May
Yes.
1st.
Yes.
Will he be able to continue, and he's a millennial, can he continue to wear his T-shirts and sweatpants?
This is a big question
Okay.
that is circulating around the working world, because I was just talking to a millennial the other day. They are going back to the office like a couple days a week,
Yeah.
and wondered, what on earth can I wear? They've worn sweatpants and stretch leggings for a year at home, and they're hoping, and this was a female, that she could wear kind of dressier leggings with a loose top. So I think I feel like the whole office attire is going to be way more casual.
I would think it still could be because people aren't probably coming into your office as much as usual,
Well,
right?
that's
Would
true,
that
too.
be the case?
Yeah. It's fascinating though. Now, and I used to go into my little real estate office a couple times a week. Now I hardly ever go in. And people are we used to have a no jeans. You had to look nice in case a client would walk in. But I
Right.
think people are much more casual. Now, is there a part of you, and this happened the other night, we were invited to a dinner, us exciting wild elderlies,
Yeah,
at
right.
a country club.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all panicked. We didn't know what to wear. We stood in our closets just perplexed because we have not put on decent clothes for a year.
Right, so that whole feeling of your go-to outfit that, the jewelry and scarf goes with.
I had no idea.
So what did you wear?
Well, I finally found a dress with a sweater. I mean, after 20 outfits, it was okay, but I felt completely flummoxed.
Flummox. Did you shoes? We talked about shoes last time.
Yes.
And shoes was all right. We're all right.
I mean, with my 104 pairs or whatever I have, I couldn't find a pair of shoes. It was honestly difficult.
Now, did other people share the same feeling? Did you happen to
Yes.
talk about it?
We took a millennial with us, our daughter, and she was calling and sending photos of different outfits. We were truly in a quandary.
Because she works at home too, at
Yeah,
her home
we all
office.
work
And
at
what
home.
does she wear? Same thing, kind of?
Same thing. We all had the identical leggings with the pocket for the phone and a shirt, like a loose, easy to eat tons of donut shirt.
All right, here's a question then.
Yes.
So in the morning, do you put on a robe or keep your jammies on? And how long do you keep them on for? What time do you get out of the jammies?
It depends. It takes a while. It's later than I want to admit.
Okay, you don't have to admit, but you would say it's
Yeah, it's after 9, maybe.
oh, for sure,
sometimes.
easily
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
depending on the day, but
Yeah, depending on the day. No.
okay.
And then it only switches to my leggings and tunic.
I know, which I think, well, really, it's not much,
Different.
right?
I know. And now that it's getting warmer,
Can't,
now what do? I don't want to put on a skirt. Don't look so hot in shorts anymore.
oh, yes, you do.
Yeah.
Well, this is all right. Let's mark this that we want to circle
back
to this topic, and we'd also there again appreciate input from our listeners.
We would.
All right, I'm going to end with a quiet thought, if you don't mind. Have you heard of quiet gardens?
No. It sounds delightful.
It does it. After all this, we've had headline news. We've had lots of things happening, time changes, everything. Quiet garden.
All right.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a quiet garden?
Yes.
And Burpee Seeds realized about a year ago, or maybe during this whole year,
yes,
that seed choices had changed. Customers were ordering many more blue flowers or white flowers. Those used to be the slowest sellers. Seeds for blue flowers or white flowers. They are now big because,
fascinating.
Yeah, people are using them in their quiet garden, a quiet, more zen-like, tranquil. You don't want the bright colors and the gaudy.
So
you want the tall
interesting.
grasses, the little trickling fountain, the blue and white calming flowers.
That is amazingly
Right.
fascinating. Wow. So blue and white flowers, Burpee Seeds has now seen a resurgence?
Oh, big. Yes.
That, amazing.
Because those are more tranquil and blend in with all the colors. So
interesting.
there you have it. I hope everyone in between, okay, boomers and Gen Zers and everyone in between, we're happy to be of service to you.
Anytime. We will hope to have more important news feeds next time, as well as food
so
feeds.
send us your thoughts and ideas, and can we tell them how to do that?
Oh,
how
dear.
to send that to us?
Every time. We are at okboomerpod.com.
Right.
Correct?
That's the base.
That's the base. You can see every episode there, or you can find us on your favorite podcast at OK_boomerpod.
And if you type words sort of like that in Facebook or Twitter, you'll find us too. Something will come up.
Facebook by my...
And as usual, thank you to Pat.
Yes, thank you, Pat.
And if you are feeling at all creative and want to write books or market your books or create a podcast or be on a podcast, Pat is your professional. She can wave her magic wand and make it happen for you.
She's good. Pat
Right.
Hulu.
So hugs all around.
Hugs.
You'll finally get to finish your coffee cake now.
Oh, and I plan to. It's so
All right.
good.
Love
All
you.
right. Have a good day, everyone.
Toodles.
Love you. Toodaloo.
Be sure to come back to beautiful Ohio and the OK Boomer podcast. To listen to previous episodes or to drop us a line, visit okboomerpod.com.